What's going on? So I'm making this video. Um, so anytime y'all see me here, right? This is my mama's house, right? My mom's house. I'm just here doing laundry. I figured I'd make a video while I'm just sitting here, because I was sitting here thinking, right? I was gonna drop a video. I made a video the other day. I made two videos the other day, and I was gonna drop them because I had a really fucking bad day, and it was like the first video that I'm literally like screaming at the fucking camera because like I'm having a bad day. I was having a bad week. Shit was going wrong. I'm like, what the fuck? I just need to catch a break. Something needs to happen. And then boom, I caught a break, kind of. So I'm gonna say this calmly in this video. I might release the other videos in like I guess I might do commentary on the videos that I made, and I haven't even released them yet, but I want to have like a commentary about the video as it's going on, and I'll have to edit that all together and put that up. But that's like this video project I'm working on based on what just happened today, because I was just going to upload the videos because it was basically just saying, fuck, I'm having a bad day. I guess, the reason why I didn't want to release them is because it sounded like I'm just complaining about my fucking life, right? I was talking about how even though I'm in my daughter's life, right? My baby mama makes me pay child support, and because I haven't had a job and all this other shit, the child support got backed up, and now I owe I think $1,000 or $2,000 in child support. So if I can't get a stimulus check, because if I sign up for the stimulus check, she'll just get that money. I'm getting ready to do my taxes through TurboTax, but I won't get that money for like a little while, and she'll end up taking child support will take some of that. And it's shitty because I see my daughter every weekend. Like I get her every weekend, so court ordered. But I also got two stepdaughters. I'm trying to move. We're in a small house. We need a bigger house. I finally figured out how to move though, based on I have somebody helping me basically move. So now we're just looking for apartments finally. Actually looking because we'll actually be able to whatever. Um, and I guess the reason why I made the video that I made is because everything was hitting me at once and I couldn't think and I was about to give up. I said, fuck this videos, fuck my journey, fuck my business, fuck everything. Like I genuinely wanted to give up and just walk out of my life. I wanted to pull a Buddha. I wanted to pull in the video I was talking about how like Buddha's fucked up for, like we praised him, but he left his family and that's how we found enlightenment. But then he found out that, in the end, Buddha found out that what he did was wrong. In a sense, that Buddha, the reason why he came up with the idea of balance is because he made a mistake. He made a mistake by leaving his son. He made a mistake. Those are mistakes that he made that he realized he couldn't change. That's how he figured out the idea of, it's about balance. He starved himself for so long underneath the fucking tree just to figure out that that wasn't the way to go, that he should have been just balancing himself from not eating, don't eat like a king every day, but also don't live like a homeless man every day either. You can find a balance. And I was just kind of losing my shit because I'm like, okay, I see everyone out there getting this free money. And I'm like, yo, I could actually use that fucking shit. None of these humans actually, and I can't say none, but most of these people don't actually need this shit, right? And I guess in the video, I started crying and started whatever the fuck. And that's why, like, I didn't really release it because, like, I couldn't get my thoughts correctly or my point across correctly because I was too emotional. I'm just like, I started crying because I was like, I'd give up everything I'm doing. I would give up trying to start a business. I would give up trying to do YouTube. I'd give up writing my book. I'd give up everything I'm doing and go work a job at McDonald's just to support my family. And that's what pisses me the fuck off. That as a man, I have to suck it up, I guess. I have to, mainly because, well, if I'm not making enough money with everything I'm doing, I have two stepdaughters, I have a daughter, and a lot of my friends out there are like, well, that's why I don't have kids, right? And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't have that cop-out excuse, Um, I have two sons in the world that I don't know, and that was based on my brain realizing that, okay, I couldn't handle more children, more responsibility, more things, because then I'm going to be working at McDonald's until I'm 50 years old. So many humans out there, end up raising children and then regretting or resenting those children because they look at them like that, like it's their fault why they gave up on their dreams, or it's their fault why they couldn't be the person they were meant to be. So I made the hard decisions in my life. And because I don't give a fuck what people think about me, right? Like, I'm so happy with the decisions that I have made that I'm just living my life. I'm happy. You know, me and my fiance will be getting married. And, like, we got into a little, I don't want to say a little argument, we got into a little something the other day about this situation because we're running low on food. We forgot to go food shopping and we're running low on money. And, like, literally, a lot of people, like, look down upon this shit. Hold on, let me pause this real quick because these sirens. But a lot of people look down upon food stamps or like government assistance or whatever. But the reality of most black families, unless you grew up in a privileged black family, the reality is that most Hispanic and black families grew up on food stamps. I grew up on food stamps, so like right now, I'm a little low on food stamps. I have nothing in my savings. I have nothing, whatever. And in the video, it just sounded like I was complaining, crying, screaming, whatever the fuck. And I didn't want it to seem like that because I only made the video to explain, not to complain, because I don't want anything. Like, I posted on Instagram not too long ago about how I was accepting donations for my online business. So, like, let's say I have a box, not realistically, but metaphorically. Let's say I have a box that for my online business. Then I have a box for my family, like, you know, for the food in the house, things like that. Then I have a box, you know, for where I need to move and that money. So it's like, I need like $2,000 to move. I need like $2,000 to $5,000 for my online business. I need like $500 a month for food for the family. I need like, you know, so forth and so on, you know, and this is how I've been balancing my shit, right? But I come from a family who was only like making $800. You know, my mom, when I was growing up as a kid, my mom's disability check was $600 a month. So we got $600 to last us the whole entire month. And now she still lives this life in a sense, and that's the life she's caught into, and it's like no disrespect to her. But this is what I was trying to say in my video, that I don't want to live that life. And I understand, like, and I started crying because I'm like, it's a lot harder than these fucking humans on the fucking internet make it seem. Like, they make it seem like you can get your job, right? And save 25% of the money. Let's say you get your paycheck, you put 25% of it, you know, in a safe, and you start doing that every week. You'll eventually have enough to yada, 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 yada. Now, every time I've fucking done this, it's, then I have enough money saved up, right? But then it's a kid's birthday. Then I have enough money saved, right? And then it's Christmas. But then I have to spend the money for Christmas. Then I have to spend the money on the kid's birthday. Then have enough money saved, right? And then we're running out of food for the house. And I don't want my kids to eat a bunch of garbage every fucking day. So then I have to pay for the food, so they're not just eating fucking ramen noodles all goddamn day or eating fucking pizza or whatever. And this is what I have to do. Now, I was not saying this to complain because I love my fucking life. The problem is, this is reality. I seen this fucking thing with Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone just did this TV show where, like, they gave him $100 and tried to basically turn that $100 into $1 million and yada, yada, yada. And what he explained was my motherfucking life. Because he said in that video that basically he couldn't imagine what it would have been like to have his daughter, have his family there and his kids, and have to also support them with that $100 or whatever. Because you can't just put the $100 in the bank and say you're good. Because I'm fucking good. Meaning I can go with nothing. I don't need to eat food. I don't need to fucking, I'll drink water. You know, I'll filter the water from the fucking river if I needed to. Like, I'll eat some fucking chives from that grow down by the river. I'll eat some fucking dandelion leaves. I'll survive off nothing and save every dime I have and then invest in my business if it was just me. But how selfish is that? How selfish of a person do you generally have to be to become successful? That's what the fuck I'm realizing. Like, because a lot of people say they don't have children for this reason, because they say children, you know, stop you from doing your dreams, they will, whatever. They do not stop you, they just make it hard, but they can also motivate you, because as much as I'm sitting here saying, you know, the children are, in a sense, the reason why it's hard to save, but the children are also the reason why I'm so motivated to continue fucking moving forward, because it's not just me. I want to make it so they don't have to live this life. I'm 27 years old, and I'm just trying to start something for my family. You know, I have a bunch of daughters, so, like, I'm trying to make sure they're informed. Me and my family, we have philosophy time where we all basically sit in a circle and we philosophize and, and whatever the fuck. But, like, I'm trying to structure things for my family. And that's the problem, is I would give up everything for my family. So, like, my issue is all of this shit. My issue is I signed up for unemployment, that didn't go through or whatever, and like, all these problems. But then I realized half of the fucking world and half of America, or even half of the people that most likely watch my videos, are not living that actual struggle. Half of these people, and it's no disrespect, but it's the truth, that half of the people that watch my videos are most likely privileged, the other half are not. So, like, and I don't mean no disrespect to the word privilege. This is just, I do think there is a such thing as, it's not necessarily white privilege, because there are brown people that also have this same privilege. It's just the privilege to be able to grow up in a household and know, like, it was basically just me and my mom. So, like, I don't know how many kids can say, they went to the dentist, or how many kids can say that their mom taught them, or father taught them this or taught them that about life, or you have to, I don't know, all this other shit, right? I didn't learn that as a child because my mom didn't have much information. She had a bunch of love, and that's why I'm so self-confident when it comes to love, because that's what I got as a child, was love. But when people say the struggle is real, I think people are just trying to be cool, right? Because my childhood was, I don't want to be cool, I don't give a fuck, right? I'm just generally trying to break programs and cycles that I grew up in. And it's a lot harder than these fucking people on the internet make it seem. Everyone gets a fucking handout, right? And, like, in the video that I, keep talking about, I explain that this is exactly why black people sell fucking drugs. The reason why black and Hispanic young men sell drugs is because the world we live in did not inform us. Like, I don't know, when you grow up, you probably had a father figure to look up to. My father figure to look up to was the homies that I used to hang out with, right? I just wanted to, I don't know, my dad was in and out of my life, and he was in and out of my life because he was chasing his dreams. Now my dad, he's in his 50s, and he finally has what I would say his dreams, right? And when I was 8 years old, I seen him grind for that. He had one of the first online radio stations in the world. Like, I would say 100, let's say the first 1,000 online radio stations in the world, maybe the first 500, he had one. So, like, and yeah, it didn't blow up as big as everyone else, whatever. But I remember seeing him being like a pioneer of this shit and doing this shit, and then trying the online business and the radio stations. And now he owns a radio station, and now he's working on owning like a news station, and now he's doing his thing. But I can also see he sacrificed the relationship with his son to do that thing. And it's not a disrespect to him. I'm proud of him for accomplishing his dreams and taking the risk. I'm proud of him for having the balls to say, I love my son, but I have to distance myself from him because he had to do what he came to the planet to do. And this is the mistake that, because, for example, like my baby mom, the mother of my daughter, right? She basically talks a lot of shit about me in front of my daughter. So sometimes my daughter talks shit about me, and so I have to philosophize with my daughter, explain, reality. I have to, her mom is getting all this money from the stimulus and all this other shit, and her mom had some settlement from health issues that she has as a child. So her mom was getting like $12,000 checks every year. So, like, this human is so used to getting money that, like, she just gets it, spends it, and, like, kind of brags, thinks she's the best parent because she spends all this money. So, like, my daughter's birthday just, passed, and she was just telling me how she spent $500 on this and $600 on that. And it's, like, obviously all the government's money, right? But, like, I'm sitting here struggling to buy my daughter a $20 fucking toy. And that's why, like, in the video I started crying and shit. Because, like, if I can't touch the money for my business, I can't even touch for my daughter's birthday. The money for food, I can't even touch for my daughter's birthday. The money to fucking move, I can't even touch for my daughter's birthday. And that shit fucking shattered me. I sat there and cried and screamed, and I was so fucking mad. Because I'm like, either I take the money that I have saved and fucking buy so my daughter can have a good birthday in my eyes, so she can be like, wow, that was memorable. because she's going to remember the $500 and this and $600 on that. But, you know, obviously I understand when she gets older, she'll be thankful. She'll understand and all this other shit. But that does not make it easy for a parent in the now to look at the child and say, I'm sorry, I don't have enough money because I do have the money, but I'm just trying to save it for my business. And and this shit is fucking pissing me off because it's the and I understand, and it's all my fault. That's why in the video I had to clarify, and I'm making this one instead because I had to clarify that it is all my fault. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming my mom. I'm not blaming my dad. I'm not blaming the society. I'm not blaming. It's my fault, right? It's my fucking fault. I had a job in 2020, but fucking jobs only pay you what? The max I can make at this job is $200 a week. What the fuck am I gonna do with that when I have 3 kids? What the fuck am I gonna do with that when I got bills? How the fuck am I supposed to save? What the fuck? And this is why I explained. It's like the world. What do you expect me to do? Sell drugs? Because what the fuck else do you want me to do? It's like, but then it's like, okay, I can try the whole. You know, that's why I'm trying to do the legal thing. I want my kids to be proud of me, and I want to do something that, in a sense, they can walk into if they wanted. So that's why I'm like trying to sell. That's why I was selling Kratom. I'm getting ready to sell Delta 8. Getting ready to start selling t-shirts. Getting ready to start selling all this other shit. But I'm saying getting ready. But I don't have shit for it. These are just fucking ideas that I'm like, I know these fucking ideas will work if I had the damn funding. I posted a status on Facebook today about how it was a joke, but I'm half fucking serious, where it was like, I don't know what the fuck I said on the status, but it was basically saying, if there's anyone out there that knows anybody in the fucking mafia, tell them to message me, and I need to borrow $10,000. I'm like, I'm to the point where I'm about to borrow some money from the mafia. If I knew someone in the fucking mafia, I would borrow $10,000. And I guarantee I'd make it back. I know I would. I would invest in my online business. I'd invest in a few online businesses, my t-shirts and the Kratom and the Delta 8 and the this and the that. And I know what I'm doing because I've been paying attention to all of these things. I would love to, you know, start up like a little tea shop in my town because there's nothing to do in the little city I'm in. You know, there's bars and shit like that. But I would love to like have an herbal bar in a sense. And I have ideas. But I don't have a father that has a great credit score that can basically co-sign something for me, co-sign a loan. I don't have any of that. So I'm literally starting from nothing. I'm saving and I'm trying, but it's just, this is exactly why in the video I just started screaming and crying and yada yada because I was like, what the fuck is the point? What's the fucking point? Like, this shit is so hard. And I listen to all these people online. I've been listening to Gary Vee and Evan Carmichael and Grant Cardone and Ed Milet and Lewis Howes and a bunch of different podcasts from Joe Rogan to all this. I've gotten informed on so much information about business and taxes, and I knew nothing about business or taxes or any of this shit, right? And I've had to learn all of this on my own. All of it. I sit in front of a computer and I learn all day long because I want to own a business, so I have to learn what to fucking do when you own a business and how to do it and how do you pay taxes and you have to pay taxes every 3rd quarter and all this, and nobody taught me this but me and just on the internet, right? And I learned this information so I could teach my children this information. But the problem is that this information is not, it's just too hard to do that on top of while I'm trying to be a father. I'm trying to raise the children. I actually want to spend time with the children. I actually want to watch movies with them. And I want to maybe take them to the park with my girl. And then I want to just, like, but I've realized this whole fucking time I have to sacrifice my time with the kids to hopefully start my online business or to try to save or to go to work. And when it's just me and my girl, we ain't got no fucking money. We don't got a babysitter and all this other shit. So we can't both work. So if we both work, who the hell's going to watch the kids? And this is my reality. The part of my reality that I don't talk about in a sense, because everyone just thinks I'm a shaman that does all this other shit. And the facts of the matter is, humans have no idea that almost all the times I'm doing substances, the shit don't cost me that much money. The shit don't cost me money. It might cost you money, but like, because a lot of people will try to say the excuse of, well, maybe if you quit doing those psychedelics, maybe you would have, no, that doesn't cost me the same amount of money that it costs you. It's not costing me. That's not the problem. The problem is that basically I would have to take away, like, me and my girl were just talking about this today, that we have no choice but to explain to the kids what we're trying to fucking do. That we're trying to make sure that they don't have to work at McDonald's. We're trying to make sure that they don't have to need a man to survive or whatever the fuck. We're trying to inform them. We're trying to teach them. We're, in this world where, school is like fucking falling apart, we're just trying to make sure they're prepared for the world they're going to live in. That's why I'm trying to build something for them to stand on. I'm trying to, just something. And I was just screaming at the fucking camera the other day, like, bro, I just need something to fucking work. Like, give me a fucking break, bro. Like, Christmas, then my daughter's birthday. And then in June, it's my stepdaughter's birthday. Then then we got a little while to wait, but then I think it's like November, it's my other stepdaughter's birthday. Then in, December, it's Christmas. And then and it's like, God, by the time I fucking have enough money to save to start my online business, I'm going to have to come up with a new business idea or a new business plan because that business might have already been fucking up and gone, right? And I've also been trying to invest in cryptocurrency, learning cryptocurrency so my kids can have money, and I have to pay attention to the world and what's going on and where to save the money, and all this shit was driving me fucking nuts, and I just flipped shit the other day. And I lost my peace completely, and I lost faith, and I lost self-belief, and I totally just, I don't know. I almost gave up on myself and gave up on my family and gave up on everything I'm trying to do. And I was like, what's the fucking point? And I explained, like, I don't even want fucking donations from people because like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's why, like, in the last video, this video I'm definitely going to upload, but I just think, yeah, that shit, it's just really hard to try to do this. So I'm making this video to anyone who is actually really trying to start something with their life. If you have kids and you got all this shit, just keep trying and don't give up. Because, like, my big break is that the unemployment's finally going to go through in a couple weeks, and then that would be fine. And then my girl can probably get a job, because I'll be able to be home, and then maybe we can start flowing in a little money and maybe we could just start doing things, because this shit is so hard that it just makes me want to give up sometimes. But I guess I'm just making this video because this is what I'm really going through, and this is my real life, and I'm not embarrassed of it. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. This is just what I go through, and this is the real deal. I'm not just some psychedelic shaman guy, or I'm not just some father, or I'm not just some guy trying to start a business. No, I'm an actual fucking human being. I'm a real human being that has real life problems, that is just doing the best that I fucking can with the shitty cards that I was fucking dealt.